I hate to break it to you, but the product you think you need for coverage might actually be aging you. Welcome to the first episode of Texture Trials, a signature series where I test out popular complexion products on real skin with real texture in real life. As a working pro makeup artist, I want to know how these formulas actually hold up beyond good lighting and a good first impression. If you've ever felt like your foundation looks flawless in the morning and then starts to look weird after lunch, you're in the right place. This series is all about challenging what we've been told about texture, especially on mature, textured, or hooded skin. Today, we're starting with two sisters from Chanel, the Waterfresh Tint and the Complexion Touch. Let's see which one actually performs on camera and in real life. For both of these makeup applications, I'm going to prep my skin the exact same way, so we're starting with an even plane. I have the Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Pads. These are great just for a gentle exfoliation before you do any kind of makeup. They're great to use every day. I don't always use them every day, but I do like to use some sort of resurfacing pad whenever I do makeup. It's just a nice way to make sure that you're getting rid of any dead skin that might be existing around the nose or on the chin. On the forehead, sometimes we can get dry patches on the forehead here between the brows. I've also already done my brows, so those are out of the way. And lately, in lieu of moisturizers, I've really been loving using hydrating toners, so that's what I'm going to use today. I have the Multi Bright Milky Toner from Naturium. It has a little bit of azelaic acid in it, so it is gently exfoliating. I know we just went over the face with those facial pads, but I've used these together before, and my skin is reactive, and I haven't really had a problem. One of the reasons I love using a toner is that it's super hydrating. It floods the skin with moisture, but it also absorbs quickly, and it doesn't sit on top of the skin the way many moisturizers can. And we don't want anything getting in the way of the makeup that's going on top of it. So I'm gonna give it a good shake. Just deposit a couple of drops in my hand. We're just gonna work it all around. I like to work it right up under the eye, on the forehead. And sometimes if I'm feeling cheeky, I'll do a couple of layers of this, especially if I have the time. I just love the hydration. And these hydrating toners really do just like plump the skin. Now remember, since this is everyday, real life, we absolutely have to use a sunscreen. So this is from Supergoop. It's every single face. I love this because it's also a watery formula. And when you're thinking about the formulas of the steps that you're putting on your face, you want to make sure everything plays well together. So we have the resurfacing pads, and then we have the hydrating toner, which is water-based. We have our SPF, which is water-based. And then we have our two Chanel products, which are also water and glycerin based. So everything is going to play nicely in the sandbox together. This is actually one of my new favorite sunscreens. I bought it to use in my kit when I was on set one day. I was doing a commercial and we had a bunch of young talent on set. It was actually a baseball team. We were shooting out on a baseball diamond, and I wanted to be sure that all the kids were protected, but that it was a sunscreen that wouldn't run into their eyes, burn their eyes, and that was safe and gentle. And I've been really impressed with it. So much so that I pulled it out of my kit to use it on myself because I ran out of my favorite sunscreen, and this is what I've been using in lieu of it. But this one's also really hydrating. It absorbs into the face quickly, which is what we want when we're doing makeup. We're going to start with the Waterfresh Touch. This is the lightest of the two. This is also one of my personal favorites. I have this in my pro kit, and I also use it almost every day on myself because I absolutely love the finish that it has. It's a very skin-like finish. It's very light. And one of the things I really love doing is I will put this all over my face, and then I will just conceal anywhere that I need it, whether it's under my eyes or if I have any kind of spots or any redness. And that for me, for every day, is absolutely perfect. I also have this in my kit because I love using it as almost like a step one in complexion, because what this does, it will just kind of create a soft halo on the face. It will even everything out. And then you can decide if you want to go in with concealer or maybe even a little bit of foundation to give you more coverage. The formula here, I don't know if you can see, it's spheres of pigment suspended in water and glycerin. It's about 70% water, so it's mostly water, which is why it's referred to as a skin tint. I would say that this is appropriate for most skin types. If you're super, super oily, you would definitely need to use a primer or even some kind of mattifying moisturizer, and you would probably need to powder it really well. I don't use this on my really oily clients for that reason. I just don't want there to be a battle throughout the day of trying to figure out how to keep it stable, if that makes any sense. I have other products in my kit that I can also do some videos about that I use for more oily skin types. With that being said, this is perfect for dry, normal, even combination skin. So it's another reason why I have it in my kit, because it's super versatile. So what I recommend to do is pump out about 2, and I don't know if you can see any of the pigment that's in there. It has not opened yet. So that's why you can take your fingers, you can take a brush. I'm just gonna take this Sealy brush, their complexion brush, and I'm gonna tap it in and then just start buffing into the face. And you're going to see how it just sort of starts to even out my skin, but you can very much still see my freckles, some of my imperfections on my face. It's not a mask by any means. Again, this is another reason why I love it for every day. So here is one thin layer of the Water Fresh tint on my face. This is studio lighting. I'm going to show you what it's like in natural, bright, indirect light. So here I am in bright, indirect, natural light. Like I said, you can still see some of my imperfections here, some of my freckles. I personally love that. Stay tuned to see at the end of this video what my skin looks like at the end of the day. And now for sister number 2, I have the Complexion touch right here. My skin is already prepped, so I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps. You can already see from what I pumped out on my hand that there is much more pigment in this. This one is 60% water as opposed to, I think I said 70 before. It's actually 75% water in the Water Fresh tint. Very light, but you're definitely going to get more pigment. I'm going to pick up the same Sealy brush that I used for the Water Fresh tint and just start. And as you can see, so much more pigment. So yes, we are getting much more coverage with this formula. And you can also bring it up under the eyes. It's safe to use all the way up to the eye line. And here's one layer of the Complexion touch. Much more pigment, but you're still getting that kind of glass skin finish that I really love. And here is the Complexion touch in bright, indirect light. I don't know if you can see, but it's already starting to fall into my nasolabial fold right here. That was one of the things that when I first tried this foundation almost turned me off to it. And then I got a little creative and thought, well, maybe I can use this in a different way because I love the pigment, I love the texture, I love the formula, but it doesn't necessarily work with the movement in my face. This first video is of me at the end of the day with the Water Fresh tint. You can see that my skin still looks like skin. It's faded, but in a really natural way. There's no patchiness, there's no creasing, just soft, right? And now I have the video of the Complexion touch, and you can see that the pigment is still there. It still looks really soft, but when you zoom in, you can definitely tell that it's starting to crease around my nasolabial folds, starting to break down a little bit. And to me, I don't love that. More coverage doesn't always mean more staying power. Sometimes it means it's more places for your product to actually settle. Heavier pigment can look flawless at first, but as the day goes on and your skin produces more oils and it moves, that product needs to find somewhere to go. And if you're like me, it finds its way into the smile lines, into the little crow's feet, and your forehead lines. I have no Botox, so I have all of those things. Takeaways from the texture trial. If you want your skin to feel light and fresh and just like you by the end of the day, I would highly recommend the Water Fresh tint. But if you're someone that's looking for a little bit more coverage or you want a product that can double as a touch-up product, then the Complexion touch is your girl. Maybe more so, like I said, for touch-ups and not necessarily as your all-day base. Both of these products are wonderful on their own and they definitely have a place in your makeup kit. I tend to lean more towards the Water Fresh tint, but like I said, I love carrying this with me if I'm on the go just to touch up and freshen up my look. Which one would you reach for? The lightweight texture of the tint or the versatility of the Complexion touch? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what I should do for the next episode of Texture Trials. As always, I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe for more signature series from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.